Hi guys, and welcome back to another comic book video. I'm just splurging tonight since I got a night off, so I'm trying to make and upload several vids. Just some more recent stuff I've got. This one, a little bit of odds and ends. Got some black and white Savage Sword of Conan. Got a John Byrne graphic novel, recent hardback that I pre-ordered. So the first one we've got going on here is Savage Sword of Conan number 24. I think this is by Earl Norham on the cover. Big fan of the black and white stuff. And Savage Sword of Conan number 69. Joe Jusko painted cover. And this has got some of my favorites in it. And to me, these black and whites, I know some people may kind of turn their nose up at this stuff. But to me, this is the best of both worlds because you get a great painted cover most of the time. And you get some great black and white art where you can really see the details, and it's in a bigger format. And you can really tell what's going on with the story. And this has got some of my favorites in, as I said. Got a frontispiece by Pablo Marcos. Wonderful artist. And I think in the first tale you got art, well, the story by Roy Thomas, who's a great writer, but you have art by Ernie Chan and Alfredo Alcala on the inks. So you cannot go wrong with that. And of course on the back you get all the great ads. A Batman portfolio by Marshall Rogers. Flashback stuff. Classic adventure strips. And to me, the ads are just as fun to read as the story. So, great stuff. Okay, Savage Sword number 57. Not really sure about the cover art on this one, but beautiful nonetheless. Sorry about that glare. Okay, and Savage Sword number 56. Beautiful cover painted by Nestor Redondo. Of that great stable of Filipino artists. And more great ads on the back. Comic book price guide from 1980. What else? Hembeck. The Shadow, First Kingdom. Okay. This next one, this is one that's been on my list for quite a while. And I'm a pretty big fan of John Byrne stuff, but most of the stuff that I liked of his was from the 70s and 80s, and there's some stuff in the 90s. But this one had been on my radar for a long time, and I never had the chance to read it. I found this one. This is a Sensational She-Hulk. It's a graphic novel. John Byrne, Kim DeMolder, and Petra Scottis, I guess, on the coloring. Got some photos on the back. This is a really good story. It kind of reads like some of his Fantastic Four stuff that he did, I guess, in the early 80s. It's got White Wingfoot, and I think there's like a story with S.H.I.E.L.D. And but I really love the bigger format, and the colors are great. And this is, to me, this is some of Byrne's better stuff. Because I think this was right around the time that he was doing his run on Fantastic Four, if I'm not mistaken. So, good stuff. Okay, here's kind of an oddity. This is something I've been wanting for a while. I don't know how many of you ever read this or have heard of it. This book is actually a comic, a colored comic in magazine size. This came out in 1981 from Noble Comics, the Justice Machine. And I think there was probably just, I bought the 2 issues. I think after that, I think First Comics picked this series up. But this is an all-color comic in magazine size. I think the guy that created this and did most of the art, Mike Gustovich. But there's just some great art in here. And I think the world that these characters come from is a world called Gorwell, or Jorwell, which is sort of, I'm sure it's, they were fans of George Orwell in 1984. So this was the name of their planet, was Gorwell. But you got some great art. I think later on, Mike Gustovich maybe did some stuff for Infinity Inc. Maybe. Maybe some Justice Society stuff. But there's just some great art in here. Great stories. First issue is John Byrne cover. So worth searching out. Like I say, there were only 2 of these. And here's issue number 2. Gustovich and Terry Austin on the inks. Just your basic standard fare superhero stuff. There's the wraparound cover. Okay. Last thing in this video, this is something I pre-ordered probably 2 or 3 months ago, and I'm a big fan of the old Justice Society and All-Star Comics, and this book is a celebration of 75 years of the Justice Society of America, and I've kind of thumbed through it. It just came in the mail today. There's some great art from the 40s, but this has stories ranging from All-Star Comics number 4 in 1941 to the recent Earth 2 a couple of years ago. Reprints some of the classic JSA stuff from the 40s. You have the Injustice Society down here, Vandal Savage and Per Degaton and Brainwave. And I have several of the All-Star Comics archives. And the first probably 30 or 40 issues was kind of, the formula was they'd all gather at the JSA meeting and there'd be some kind of crime or crisis going on, and they'd all split up in their own individual chapters, and that chapter would be drawn by the guy that actually draw them in their own feature, like in Adventure Comics or Star Spangled Comics or More Fun Comics or whatever title they were appearing in, and then they'd all gather at the end to resolve the case or or beat the bad guy at the end. But just some great Golden Age stuff, and like I say, it goes through the Silver Age. Here's a reprint of the cover, number 55. And even back then, I thought this art was pretty good. This was like in the early 50s, before they canceled All-Star. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. This is one of the stories that really got me to want to collect all the JLA stuff and the Justice Society and all the JLA JSA team-ups. Reprint of JLA 21-22. It has some reprints of the later 70s. There's another reprint from JLA 30. JLA JSA reprint. There's some later Justice League stuff. Covered by Murphy Anderson. And it kind of just covers the history up through maybe 2012. So, big fan of this team. And I think I probably read most of this stuff anyway, but I just kind of had to have it. Just love this front here. Okay, guys, that's it for this video. I think I'm going to upload one more, and then it's back to work. But hopefully I'll have a weekend off, so we'll see. But thanks for sticking around and watching, and appreciate all you guys. Onward and upward.